I just did an online workshop with a psychology organization called Leading Like Nature. And at the end, one of the participants asked me an amazing question that just pumped me up so much. It's a topic I'm really excited about. In the presentation, we had been talking about returning to whole system intelligence rather than leading from only cognitive intelligence. And in whole system intelligence, we are considering reintegrating all of our ways of knowing as humans. That is cognitive, intuitive, emotional, and somatic, and reconnecting all of those in terms of the evolution of ourselves and our species. And the participant asked me, what's the difference between somatic knowing and intuitive knowing? And I wanted to share the answer with you. So we talked first about somatic knowing, and I think part of the reason that I have become familiar with what is my body voice, that's what I call it, is because I overrode it for so many years, sadly. And I don't blame myself for doing that, because actually our Western culture rewards that. It rewards cognitive, it rewards productivity, but actually I became familiar and connected to my body voice through needing to. It's the only way I could survive. So for me, it is sensations that are coming from my body, which might be pain, it might be pleasure, it might be tiredness, it could be sore eyes, it could be the senses need resting, it could be a muscle ache, it could be, and so those are how I understand and try to introduce the idea of the body voice. What does the body want and need right now? And often there's a really clear answer to that when we tune into it. And then with intuitive knowing, and with some of the ways of intuitive knowing, there can be this intersection with somatic intelligence. But with intuitive knowing, I think one of the easiest ways that I've come across to put some structure and language on that is the 4 clairs. Some of you may be familiar with this. So firstly, the word clairvoyant is often understood with a lot of negative connotations in our culture, which has come from colonial conditioning, patriarchal conditioning. But actually what it is, quite simply, is clairvoyance means it's us receiving visual images in our intuition. You probably know what I mean when I say, if you've been imagining something and you can see an image, clairvoyance or similar. There is clairaudience, which can be us receiving intuitive information through hearing, through audio. Could hear words, could hear music, could hear other sounds. There's clairsentience, which is the receiving of a feeling in the body as a way of knowing. Sometimes that can be really familiar, all of these can be really familiar for empaths who are used to the experience of listening and tuning into another human and feeling emotion in response. You know the phrase, I feel you? Related to clairsentience. And the 4th one, claircognizance. This one's a bit like a lightning bolt, where there's like a kind of quite quick just knowing about, it might be about another person, it might be a fully formed idea for a project, but it kind of forms quickly and there's just an immediate knowing. And the participant I was chatting with was saying that she experiences that one, and that sometimes it doesn't make sense, but she just knows. I said exactly it doesn't make sense, because it's not cognitive way of knowing, it's an intuitive, claircognizant way of knowing, which doesn't always make sense to our logical brain. So if this serves you and you like to explore tapping into your whole system intelligence or learning more about it, do send me a DM, because I have coaching spaces available at the moment.